Hello everyone, Man64 here, and today we're going to be continuing the best and worst aspect series for the Super Smash Bros. Series. After doing 64, Melee, Brawl, and Smash 4, we're finally doing the Ultimate characters. For the Ultimate characters, we'll be first doing the Ultimate base roster. Now with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, because I'm at 47 subscribers, and hopefully by the end of the year, I'd like to get 100 subscribers. And with that being said, let's begin with the video. For Inkling, the one thing I love is the ink mechanic. So as we all know, when we shield and press B, we can refill our ink gauge, and of course that ink goes through a lot of our specials. You know, like down and B, side B, jab, and all that. And I just love the ink mechanic in general, because the more damage you have inked on, the more damage your moves does. So like let's say Donkey Kong's at full ink, and I do a back air, it's gonna do more damage than, for example, without ink. And I just love that thing. The one thing I do hate though is that his dash and roll are really hard to take apart and basically, you know, tell the difference for. And it's pretty tricky, and I think that it is on purpose. I do like the fact though that they also when you play Inkling, it makes you feel like you're playing a Splatoon game. But with their shield and dash looking the same, it is kind of tricky trying to predict what they're going to do next. Another thing I also hate is their side B. Now when you get buried from that move, you basically stay buried forever. Like man could just make a hot pocket in a microwave, come back, and then forward smash you and you'll be dead. Like that's how powerful his bury side B is. When I first saw Ridley's down throw to down B combo in early Smash Bros history, that thing made me nut. Like that is such a dangerous combo to have. Of course, they patched it out. The one thing I do love about him is that the way they adapted him from his main game Metroid into Smash Bros. Now of course a lot of people didn't want Ridley in Smash because he was too big, and although it was a big meme, people actually meant it because people thought that if Ridley was shrink down, it wouldn't represent who Ridley is. And there are people who still think this, but I think Sakurai did a pretty good job in representing him in Smash. What I do hate about him though is his side B. It's a command grab that drags you across the stage, and unexperienced Ridley players just spam that move to no end, and it's really annoying. Also, the one thing I also really even hate even more is that the fact that Ridley isn't a heavy character. In fact, Samus is actually heavier than Ridley, which is kind of sad. For a character that's too big for Smash, he just isn't too heavy to reflect it. Plus, Ridley is such a huge character. He's like literally the same size as Bowser and Donkey Kong. He's just chunky. And the fact that a chunky boy like him is so light, it's basically the main reason why he's not a top tier or anything, or at least good. Because you would expect him to be a heavyweight. Like he's literally a fucking dragon. Like he is huge in his games. But he's just a little light boy here. He's big and light, which means he has a big hitbox, and you get launched off easier and easier to kill. So Simon's down air is so cool. So as we know, his down air can spike, but it's a as most people like to call it, a dive kick type of down air. Of course it doesn't look like one, but it's considered that type of down air, or a fast falling down air, or whatnot. Now Simon's is special. So Sonic also has the same type of dime air, except that it goes all the way down, and you can spike someone with it, yes, but you also die with it too. So Simon, if it hits someone, it has a chance to spike, but you can bounce off it, and that can combo into another down air, into another down air, another down air, into like something else, like a up B or something like that. And I like this move. Now here's the thing. One thing I specifically like is that if you down air items, you get like that little jump up as an extra boost of recovery, and then you can use your up special, and I really like that. In fact, I've seen this in tournament, like literally someone freaking down aired a Pikmin, like they're about to die, but someone threw a Pikmin at them and they down aired it and they were able to recover. I'll put on the clip right now.
Myron sets up an offstage situation with Bear. Myron forces double jump with purple side B. Shuton thinks Myron will get aggressive, so he uses up B. Myron punishes and throws a Pikmin. Shuton shouldn't be able to make it back with no double jump, but since Myron threw a Pikmin, it gave Shuton the option to down air the Pikmin to recover. This gives Shuton a chance to get back on stage and rack up damage.
That's fucking cool. Besides that, the one thing I do hate about him though is his recovery sucks. His up B really does suck, and I do get that like, you know, he's like a projectile heavy character, so we have to make him weak somehow, and yes, his whip is pretty good. His recovery just sucks, and that's what I hate about him. I prefer Richter over Simon because Richter just looks cooler. Now, the one thing I do like is, although they're Echo Fighters, and it is canonically said by Sakurai himself that they both borrow each other's moves, so even though the game says that Richter is an Echo Fighter of Simon, in canon, they borrow each other's moves, so you really can't tell who's echoing who. But what I do like, the one difference they do have is their down specials. For Simon, it's fire based, but for Richter, it's aura based. You can tell by using Pikmin. For example, if you use down special with Simon on a red Pikmin, he's gonna not get damaged. But if you use it on a red Pikmin with Richter, he's gonna get damaged. The only other character who uses aura is, well, Lucario himself. I do like that one detail, even though there isn't really nothing like canonical about that, but it's okay. The one thing I do like is, well, he's an Echo Fighter, and I get it. I do like the fact that we got Richter because, I mean, let's be honest, guys. When Simon got revealed, we did not expect Richter to get revealed too, and I do like we had a chance to get an extra character. It does suck that he didn't get his own unique moveset. Isabelle is a definition of a Echo Fighter done right, basically. So although Isabelle isn't an Echo Fighter of Villager, they do share moves, like their forward and back air, and their recovery. They have the same moves, basically, but are different. And I wish every Echo Fighter could have been like that. Like, I get it, some characters you can't, but like, I just wish that for some characters, like, there was some better distinction between them. Like, maybe a different move or something like that. Or effects. What I do hate about her is she just sucks to play with. Like, she just sucks as a character to play as. Like, I get it, she is cute and all, but like, she sucks to play. Like, I hate playing her. Because like, I just find it hard to kill and all that. I do like her skin though, that looks like she has like a Gucci jacket. For Incineroar, I just like his uniqueness and his revenge mechanic. If you revenge 3 moves or more, you're just able to like destroy anyone with your smash attacks or side B if timed correctly. And I love that. It's just cool to see. Like a guy going from 20% to fucking 100 and dying. What I do hate though is recovery. Like, I get it, he's strong and all, but his recovery sucks. Like literally, his recovery has a problem clipping on stage. And I just hate the fact that it goes up and then down again. Like, I get it if it goes up, but it didn't have to go down. And yeah, it just sucks. Plus, literally, I can just literally throw away an Incineroar and do one aerial off stage, and Incineroar is dead. One last thing I do want to add though is that at the time, we all knew an Alolan Pokemon was going to be added to Smash, but I really did wish it was Decidueye. But it's okay, Incineroar is pretty cool. Okay, when we all saw Piranha Plant get revealed, we all laughed because it was just funny. People did rage though too, because, you know, Waluigi could have been a character, but Piranha Plant got there first. Not gonna lie, I was a bit mad about that too, but it's whatever. Piranha Plant is pretty fun to watch to play, and although he does suck, he's just fun. Did you know he actually has little plant feet? I know, right? It's pretty cursed. That's what I like about him, he's just a weird character. What I do hate though is his down special. Now his down special does have armor and all that and shit, but did you know you can actually spike Piranha Plant when they're using down B? Joker being the first character in the Fighter Pass was probably a big surprise to everyone, and basically start out the Smash Fighter Pass with a bang. The fact that we got a Persona character at all in Smash Bros. Is just amazing. Especially because I don't think we've had any like Persona games on Switch. Having Joker in Smash is just such a historical moment in like video game history, because you know, this is the first time that this series is getting in Nintendo consoles. Besides that, what I do love about Joker is Gun. Gun is actually pretty useful. I don't think many people use. It just like gives off passive like damage and stuff like that, and it's great. What I do hate is also Gun. This move is not a projectile. It's just a really disjointed hitbox, and I hate that. Also, Arsene. Specifically, Arsene Counter. I don't know what the fuck the devs were thinking when programming this character, but Arsene Counter is just so stupid overpowered. Like, this move can literally kill you at like 30%. Plus, Arsene back air is also pretty overpowered too. Like, it's big, it does a lot of damage, it kills, it'll do your attacks, it'll mow your alarm, it'll do everything for you. What I love about Hero is RNG, and what I hate about him is also RNG. The fact that he has RNG is such a crazy thing. Like, his down special is just so fun to use and to play with, because this character has like the most special moves of any character in the whole entire game. Man has like literally around 30-ish like special moves, plus just on his down special itself, plus side and up and neutral all have like charge variants, and I find it really cool. However, RNG can also be a detriment to you, because you never know what you can get reliably. Of course you can control his side, up, and neutral at B, but there's two things you cannot control: crits and his down special. Now crits, although are mostly for the most part pretty beneficial, because you know, it just does extra damage randomly, and I do like the detail where like the crit sound effect for each hero skin is actually based off that hero's skin. Or home game, and I find that really cool that the devs took the time to put that in. But I mean, it can get annoying for both the player and the person like going against you, because like I've seen people literally die at 30% with crits. Like, for example, like downer to up smash crit is so stupid. Plus his down special, although yes you have a bunch of specials, I mean, you don't have, you know, they're not reliable. Because like, let's say you're off stage and you really need zoom. There's a higher chance of getting zoom if you're off stage, but it's not confirmed that you're gonna get it. The same for like things like Metal Slash, which is basically useless in a competitive setting, and other stuff like snooze, bang, all that. Like, there's like a whole like reliability thing, which is why I don't think Hero will never be a top tier character. Because I feel like any character in Smash Bros can eventually be top tier or whatnot. But I feel like the main thing that's like putting Hero down is his RNG.
The random.
Oh, I smash out a shield.
Oh wow, he did not hold behind. We need a thwack. We need a thwack for the boys.
Well, we don't
To
need
bring
one.
us-
Bradley needs a thwack.
Oh,
Dude, he
landed with
top
fucking
decked.
crit?
No, he should have done it the other way.
This is evil.
Okay, when it came to Banjo, we all freaked out when he got revealed. Like, Banjo feels like a Nintendo character. Like, ever since X64, he just felt like a Nintendo character. And although he's technically owned by Microsoft, having him here just feels like an old friend who just came home. And that's what I love about him. He's been wanted since Melee, where he was first requested, and it made many people happy. Many fans were happy with his inclusion. However, y'all know what I'm gonna say. His moveset sucks. In fact, it sucks to the extent where like all the hype from him joining just kind of died when we kind of found out how his playstyle was. It's really campy and not really hype, and it really ruined everything for him. Because, I don't know, his just playstyle just sucks. Plus, he's not even that good to begin with as a character. Wondering, I get it. It's a good, like, you know, invincibility for 5 times, but still. Terry was another surprise character. Although it wasn't a character I wanted or expected, I do like to see like traditional fighting characters getting more love from their games. Specifically SNK. SNK are known for their fighting games. What I love about them is his jab jab power dunk game. I know it's a meme at this point, but I just love it. I've actually seen a shirt where it says jab jab power dunk, and it's actually really cool, and I really want to hunt down this shirt and buy it. His also go meter is pretty good, if you know how to use it, or at least how to activate it. I don't even know the commands, to be honest. What I do hate about him though is recovery options. Yes, he has side B, up B, crack shoot, his backward side B, I guess, which is something I really like about him, that he has a backward side B, which is something I will love to see in future characters. But back to the topic in hand, his recovery options just suck. And yeah, that's why like I just am not encouraged to go off stage with him, because his recovery options do suck. Of course, you can do all 3 recovery options in the air, but when will you really ever do that? At least he's like a more fun version of the other Shotos like Ryu and Ken. Where do I start with Byleth? So I'm going to start with the positive. I love that Byleth, being a Fire Emblem character, is the most unique out of them. Like, all the moves are unique and they're not cloned. And Fire Emblem characters are known for having a lot of cloned characters or cloned movesets and stuff like that. And that's the thing I noticed with like a lot of future, like, or like later Fire Emblem characters, that they're really unique. I also really love her down B too. It breaks shields and it kills. Now, what I do hate is the fact that she's in this game in general. Like, she did not deserve to be in this game. This is just like with Corrin. It was a promotion thing. And I get it, it works. This type of stuff really does work. Like, it worked with Corrin, and it worked with Byleth. But I just hate that it had to be another Fire Emblem character. Like, as the last character in the last Fighter Pass, in Fighter Pass 1, we all expected something hype. And I do have to admit, the fandom did have our, hopes up too much, like way too much. But just having Byleth in the game, come on, like, there could have been other characters who deserved a spot. Now, I do feel like that Sakurai and the team did manage to make it worth it at the end, with her being, unique and all. But still, after getting one of the most unhypest reveals from Byleth, we got Min Min. Now, one thing I do like about Min Min is that she is a unique character, and like I like how they emulated the way she plays from ARMS into Smash Bros. By having each button A and B controlling a different arm. And I do like how they were able to implement out different types of like arms, whether Dragon Arm, the Meatball, and the Spinny thingy. I don't know. I've never played ARMS in my life. Don't quote me. I do like that. What I don't like is her playstyle. Now I get it. Her range is supposed to be crazy stupid, and she is a bit slow and all that, but still. It's just stupid because all you have to do is just like press A and B, and it takes no skill. Now I'm not saying that playing Min Min is unskillful, because there are pretty good Min Min players. I think Isam has a pocket Min Min or something like that. But it's just really boring to watch. So after having 2 bummer characters, we finally got a big huge character with Minecraft Steve. What I love is that he's in here. Minecraft is finally in Smash, and we all thought this was a meme. The same like category as Waluigi being in Smash. We all thought this would never happen. We all thought at least he'll be a meme. But no, he's a character. What do I hate about him? He's fucking broken. Now, we all know that Steve from Minecraft has been banned in New Mexico scene. I've talked about this in past videos and shit. And how he's like been banned, and a lot of people hate him because he's just overpowered and like all his moves are good. And that's what I hate about him. He's just too good for his own right. Now, should he be banned from competitive? No. And I'll explain about that in another video. After that banger of reveal, we got another banger of reveal. Sephiroth. Now, what I love is that with Sephiroth, we got a bunch of new Final Fantasy music. And although it's just from Final Fantasy VII, it's just great to see more music, because if you knew, before Sephiroth, Cloud only had 2 music tracks with him, and that's it. But with Sephiroth, we finally got more. And I know it's not as much as other, franchises, because, Square Enix likes to be stingy with their properties. It's just great that we have another villain, especially Sephiroth, who's probably one of the most iconic villains in, gaming. And I just love the reveal trailer. What I do hate about him, though, is that how light he is. He's a lightweight, and I get it. I mean, he does have, long range, so for balancing purposes. But I don't know, it just feels wrong that Sephiroth is a lightweight. Except for I really don't hate him or anything. He seems pretty balanced. Unlike our next character. Kazuya is literally just a Tekken character. Straight from Tekken. They literally implemented Tekken moves into Smash Bros. And that's what I love about him. What I hate about him is that he's a Tekken character. And he has so many moves. And he's basically a Shoto, but 10 times more complicated, because he has a bunch of inputs for every single move to make different moves, and he even has his taunt even as an attack. And it basically has the same problem as Alex or Steve, or he's overpowered except to a lesser extent, because Kazuya does take skill. Steve doesn't. Again, I'll talk about this in a different video. Speaking of overpowered characters, we got Pyra and Mythra. Now, I'm going to do them as one for this entry. What I love about them is that the swap mechanic. I love the fact that you can swap for any situation you have, and it's pretty fast. Now, I know Zelda used to be able to do this, but the swapping was relatively slow in past games. Here, it's just a 3-second thing or less. It's pretty quick. Mythra is really good with making combos, and all the moves are pretty fast. And although they're unsafe on shield, you really won't get punished, because in 1 second, Mythra can do 30 things to your shield, and it's kind of funny. She's just really fast. It feels great to play with. Like when you're at low percent. When you're at heavier percent, you choose Pyra, and she's meant for killing. She has powerful moves, especially her nair and back air. What I do hate about her is specifically their side Bs. I hate Pyra's side B because a lot of people just spam that move, and I also hate Mythra's side B. They're both annoying moves to do, and noobs just spam it because the move's good or whatever. And last but not least, Sora. For the character who was technically going to be the last character in Smash for who knows when, because the next time we're going to get another Smash game is probably in 10 years or whatever, Sora really just felt like a fitting character to end off with. Being one of the most requested characters in the Fighter Ballot in Smash 4, it's just great to see him. And he has pretty canon to Kingdom Hearts. What I do hate about him is how light he feels, and I don't know, he's just boring to fight against. And that's it, folks. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And if you have anything to say in the comments, please leave it in the comments. My next video, I will be doing multiple Multiversus frame data, and a Smash tier list is coming up soon. And that video, guys, will probably be one of the longest videos I've done. So hopefully y'all can go and support that video. Have a great day, guys. And don't forget to wash your hands when you take a shit.